Have you ever felt like the path to healing is just taking forever? Like you're putting in all this work, but something is still holding you back. Well, today, we're going to talk about a therapeutic approach that's really designed to speed up that journey, especially for anyone who feels kind of trapped by their past. It's called EMDR Therapy, and we're going to dive into what that really means. Let's start with a feeling that might be incredibly familiar. That quote right there. It's this constant, absolutely draining pressure to be perfect. And it's more than just having high standards, right? It's like being on a treadmill you just can't get off of, where this facade of having it all together is hiding a totally different story on the inside. That feeling, that pressure, it's often the work of a really relentless inner critic. This is a huge part of what's known as high-functioning anxiety. So on the outside, you look like a total success, a real achiever. But inside, the experience can be something else entirely. I mean, does any of this sound familiar? That knot in your stomach the second you wake up, your mind already spinning through a to-do list that feels impossible. Or maybe it's a complicated relationship with food and control, or intrusive thoughts that almost demand these little rituals. You've achieved so much, but deep down it feels like you're just one wrong move away from everything falling apart. Now, if this is your reality, chances are you've probably looked for help before, but maybe you've found yourself in those traditional weekly therapy sessions where progress just feels painfully slow. You might have even felt like the complexity of it all, how all these different feelings are tangled together, wasn't really being understood. And you can really see the difference in approaches right here. Traditional therapy often tries to treat symptoms like they're in separate boxes. Your anxiety over here, eating concerns over there. And that can take years. But an integrated approach, it gets that these things are all deeply connected, they're interwoven. So it focuses on concentrated, efficient support that actually honors how all your struggles are linked. This need for a more efficient, more integrated path is exactly what led to a different model for healing, one designed for breakthroughs, one that doesn't ask you to put your life on hold for years and years. It's called intensive therapy. So what is this different path? It's an EMDR intensive. Now, EMDR stands for eye movement, desensitization, and reprocessing. It's all based on this idea that traumatic memories can get stuck in our brain's processing system. They don't get filed away properly. EMDR uses things like guided eye movements, it's called bilateral stimulation, to help the brain reprocess these memories correctly. And when you do it in an intensive format, it means you can work through a lot of those memories comprehensively over a really concentrated time, like a single weekend. And this is the powerful promise here. Healing in a fraction of the time. I mean, just think about that. Imagine walking into a Friday, feeling completely weighed down by the past, and then walking out on Sunday with a real, genuine sense of peace. That's the whole goal. Okay, so let's look at how this actually works. It's definitely not magic. It's a very structured journey that's designed step by step to create a safe and really effective healing experience. The whole journey starts with a 90-minute planning session to really map out your history and what your goals are. And before the intensive weekend even begins, you get a custom workbook to start building essential coping skills, so you walk in feeling prepared. Then, over that weekend, you have these extended sessions that keep the therapeutic momentum going. This is what allows you to process those difficult memories while feeling completely supported and resourced the entire time. And the whole point of this journey, the ultimate destination, isn't just about learning to cope with the past. No. It's about truly resolving it. It's about freeing yourself from its grip so it stops dictating your present. So what makes this so different, so effective? Well, it's all in the design. First off, it's integrated. It gets how trauma, anxiety, and obsessive patterns are all connected. It's also specialized, with a deep understanding of the unique pressures that high achievers, athletes, or dancers face. It's efficient, it respects your time, and maybe most importantly, it's holistic. It's not about just patching up symptoms. It's about healing the whole you. At the end of the day, this is the big takeaway. This kind of therapy isn't about dwelling on what happened to you. It's about untangling its influence so you can finally stop just surviving the memories of your past and start fully living in your present and actually building the future that you want. So I want to leave you with this final thought. Just take a second and really imagine it. A life where that constant critical voice in your head is quiet. A life without that knot in your stomach. What could you do with all of that reclaimed energy, with all of that freedom? Because freedom is possible, and it might just be a lot closer than you think.